In today's video, we are going to talk about don't react. So before I start sharing about don't react, give yourself a little bit of time to think about what don't react means to you. So before I share what it means to me, so think about, give yourself a little bit of time. So don't react. So what come to our mind when you saw the words don't react, right? Think about it, think about it, think about it. So what come to our mind when you saw the word don't react? Now, this word don't react, I think this is the greatest advice that I get from my late manager. So I have a manager when I start joining my current company in 2013. So my manager always brainstorm me with this word here, don't react. So he eventually passed away in August 2019, but still this advice just engraved in my mind here. So I always practice don't react. So what we means by don't react here, to be more accurate here, is like don't react immediately. Alright, don't react immediately. So if you ever have a mouth fight with people, you're fighting with people, you have argument with people, you will always regret your immediate action there. So when you're not happy with something, when people shout at you, alright, you react immediately, you fight back, you argue and you fight back. So those kind of action that will make you regret afterward. Most often, when you're upset, when you're angry, your immediate reaction, if you take action, if you react immediately, so you will often regret afterward. Alright, so because you are not wise, you are not rational on making those decisions. So don't react basically means don't react immediately. Alright, so just give yourself a little bit of time to digest what happened there before you start making reaction, start taking any action on that. So this is what we mean by don't react here. So don't react apply to most of the situation in your life here. It's just not about when you're upset. So you see, if you're able to give yourself a little bit more time to digest, to think about it before starting the argument, before starting the mouth fight, actually you can avoid them. Actually mouth fight argument, it's just not going to benefit anybody here. We are trying to get to a common ground, alright, to solve the issue instead of like with the customer at workplace, with your partner, with your family. So actually argument, mouth fight is pointless here. So just don't react immediately. Alright, just whenever something happen, okay, stop there, give yourself a little bit of time to digest, even for a few seconds, just to digest, to see the whole picture before you start taking action. So as I said just now, it applies to most of the cases here, even when you are happy. Alright, so even when you're happy, you shouldn't make any immediate action. So you shouldn't react immediately. So just don't react immediately, even you are extremely happy. So people give you a very great or crazy compliment like, oh Albert, you are the best person in the world, you've done the best for the company, so forth and so on. So if that compliment is true, then just accept it with gratitude. So just be very careful. It's like when you are in a state of extremely happy, alright, you're very excited on something. So let's talk about men here. So I think for most men, you are most likely to say yes to your wife or your partner when you are on bed. Alright, I think you get my point there. Alright, so when you're extremely happy, when you're extremely excited about something, so you are most likely going to say yes to whatever things that the person in front of you is going to ask you next. So you are most likely to say yes to whatever the person in front of you is going to ask you next. So he give you a very great compliment, so he praise you to the sky, and then you are most likely to say yes to whatever he's going to ask you next, and it could also lead to regret afterward. So when you're upset, when you're angry, just don't react immediately. Don't punch the people in front of you. So you will just regret after you punch him. Alright, so you will just regret after you say yes to the other people because you lost your rationale there. Alright, just remember, don't react immediately. And this is a lesson that I learned, Alright, in my real life experience, I used to shout at my mom. Alright, I used to be a very bad person to shout at my mom, especially when I'm in college. I love to play video games. So I don't know whether a lot of people still remember Dota. Alright, Dota is a game that I addicted to it. So every night after school, I would just play games after games after games. Alright, so my mom will start nagging around my ear, saying that okay, you shouldn't play so much of games, you could do something better with the time you have, this and that. So by that time, I do not have the knowledge of don't react, so I will just shout, I will just fight back to my mom and say shut up, all these things, but whatever I said that time, actually it is hurting my mom's feeling in some way, because my mom trying to do something better for me. He want me to do something better instead of spending so much time with the video games. Alright, nothing wrong to give yourself a little bit time to relax, to play games, but not addicted to the game, and then you're gonna waste hours and hours in a day just on the video games. Alright, so a part of video games, there could be many things in life that she's nagging me. So in my mind, I think, why are you keep on nagging me? Then I would shout, I would just argue with her, I just shout at her, this and that. But every time I shout at her, actually I am hurting her feeling. Then I realize only now, all these things. So the thing is that if you have the knowledge of don't react, so don't react immediately, you should learn this as soon as possible. If you're a young person, it will be great. Alright, it will be great to learn this in a very early stage in your life. So that's it. This is what I'm going to share in this video right here. It's about don't react. So basically, just don't react immediately. Just remember what I said: when you're upset, when you're angry, or even when you're extremely happy. Alright, just don't react immediately. Take some time to digest whatever happened there and take the appropriate action there. But there will be some time that I hope someone can just react immediately. It's like, for example, if I'm going to propose to my girlfriend, I hope that she will say yes immediately instead of tell me, give me some time to think about it. So as I said, this is going to apply to most of the cases, but not all cases. If I propose to my girlfriend, I hope she will say yes immediately. Alright, another thing you should do immediately is that if you love this video, hit the like button down there. Alright, share to a friend, subscribe for more future video of mine, and then just turn on the notification bell so that you know when I post a new video. So it's still quite weird if I say the word here, like, subscribe, share it to a friend, still weird. Alright, but that's it. Alright, hit the like button, share to a friend, subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.